All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tennessee Titans. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
All right, now, look at 56.
Now McNair off the play fake. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Jackson on first down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, batted free.
Detroit!
On 3rd down, Jackson flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Eric Kendricks coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Play action. It's McNair. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 63 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, Lynch. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now McNair. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows to 10-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard is going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. From the gun, here's McNair. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And now out comes Minnesota. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. On second down, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Escaping the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give them a gain of 37. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. On play action, they'll throw. He finds Corey Davis. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And now out comes Minnesota. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And his throw here's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
No.
They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Play action. It's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Jackson. There he goes inside the 30. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 26. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Right back to him on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Now Jones. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return. And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, blitz coming, and down he goes. But maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively. Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw is Jackson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Handoff comes to Lynch. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Out of the gun, it's McNair. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
To throw, McNair. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On second down, McNair. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. McNair to throw. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Extra point splits the uprights, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Detroit!
Now Jackson on second down. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Detroit!
On second down, Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
All right, now, lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is. Final 12 seconds of the half now, as they've got it 1st and 10.
Detroit! Gone!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's McNair. Throw left side, complete. It's Fisher. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
Detroit!
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to air one out into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. You sure you're ready for the 3rd quarter? Maybe use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down. Jackson. Going left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. On third down, that's Harris. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gross. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They run again on first down, Lynch. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now McNair off the play fake. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. action to Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Jones. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
McNair. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Fisher. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now McNair. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Jackson on 1st down. Turning quickly here, and that's complete. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here we go now.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. Back now in Nashville. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Set. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now McNair. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Titans on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Play action. It's McNair. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. On now is the Titans punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well,
you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player, not having a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now it's Jackson going deep here for Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. The intended receiver there, Allen. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's McNair. Over the middle, complete. That's Fisher. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, McNair. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. On play action, they'll throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Fighting to stay upright. And the pressure gets to him again. Chandler Jones in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Harris. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll run it here. Down to about the 22 here. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now another timeout here called by the Titans as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. And McManus able to put it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Rod Kindici in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Minnesota, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.